Hello, it's Helen. A little change of pace right now. I just wanted to talk a little bit about pursuing your creative interests, kind of giving in to some of those feelings where you are compelled to express yourself, whether it be through writing, through dancing, painting, music, even cooking or just creating, right? So have actually done that when I was a little bit younger and really want to get back into it, and that is creative writing. And I'm going to talk a little bit about self-publishing because I wrote a novel. Yes, I did. It is about, how many pages is it now? It's actually 63 chapters and 202 pages. And I use lulu.com to self-publish my novel. It's called The Lovesick Mantra. Okay, and here's the back cover. I am going to redesign this cover because I did use some commercial photographs, and that's a no-no. So I'm actually, I never sold this for commercial purposes. It was self-published, and I gave copies to people who I hope love me and want to read it, and I hope they enjoyed it. They said they did, so, but anyway, yeah, I'm going to redesign this cover. This is basically a romance novel. There are elements of the supernatural in it and a lot of drama, but I actually wrote it during National Novel Writing Month, which is a creative challenge where you can write as, I think it's 50,000 words nonstop without editing yourself, without second guessing yourself and your creative juices and just letting it flow. So I participated in that several years ago, and this was the result. I actually was so shocked and proud of myself for finishing the 50,000 words, actually going well beyond that to complete my story, that I said, you know what? I'm going to self-publish this, and I'm going to keep it for posterity and just to inspire myself that it is possible, it can be done. So there is a bit of purple prose in here, but I kind of like it. So I'm going to read a little bit from my book, and we'll see how it goes. This is from the very first chapter. Is it possible to stop loving someone, no matter how sweet-tempered or brilliant or hilarious or affectionate he is? To suddenly drag yourself out of the immense chamber of your heart, where he whispered your name and caressed your hair, and tried to teach you simple kung fu, and you both laughed because you nearly killed him? Where you sang to him about unflinching destiny, and he rewarded you with a homemade cocktail called Tantric Kiss, and instead, to squeeze yourself righteously into a cramped, austere closet inside your brain, heeding strict instructions to shut out your longing right now. Rule 1, never again burst with adoration for him. 2, never again concern yourself with his desires or his failures or his sorrows. 3, never again let his crafty, clever words or his arrogant smirk or his smoky scent in. 4, no caring allowed, ever. Period. Stay within your boundary. Keep your feelings clustered tightly in this cell, away from your heart. Do not spread a crumb of love to anything beyond it, no matter how vulnerable, how loving, how magical he is. You cannot love him. You get it, Catherine? Stop loving him. Your daily meditation. Haven't women in every time zone with more to lose than you, with heaps of children, with less support than you have, managed to escape from a man's hold, deciding to leave, disappearing half naked in the middle of the night, brave women of all creeds, gasping with relief in the back of a taxi or a jeepney, sprawled out on a horse or camel or subway train, just storming ahead, tunnel-visioned, wanting to start over, without him? So here Catherine stands, a ticket from the god of reason practically thrust in her hands, Go, Catherine. Find a new city, or a mountaintop, or the ocean side, a new planet, whatever, and start again. Without a man who is full of, but I love you both, who is often hauled away from you mid-embrace, mid-declaration, caught in an ugly, abrupt guilt. Who remains a slave to a minuscule pager that flashes curt messages from her, from his wife, every 20 minutes. Who stumbles around inside of lies as you listen to him trying to answer the same questions. Where are you, Michael? Are you still on the 401? Did you forget our meeting at St. Teresa's? Michael. He likes to tell me I must try to understand his position, Catherine thinks, especially when he's off to the parish again, off to meet with the woman I signed a contract with, quote unquote. His wife, Priya, and the priest, who is going to show the two of them that real love takes commitment, planning, compromise. They both have a lot of work to do. And don't worry about me, Michael, Catherine always assures him silently. I've got my adorable students and my health and my comforting Skeeter Davis tunes and my friend Justin and maybe even a trip to Spain. But Michael, listen to how easily Catherine and Michael Riley floats from my lips. Who would have predicted the dream of those names together would drive a woman like me, with a hell of a lot going for her, to live this foolish half-life? In dreams, to hear sly whispers of, Catherine, in exchange for your soul, I offer you scraps of Michael's. Sweet, weak-kneed girl, don't you enjoy feeling your heart leap and your stomach do crazy tribal dances? Don't you love the excitement of Michael's unpredictable attention, his sensitive little apologies, his stories of broken love to make you feel like his patron saint, his savior? Do we have a deal then? If only they were just scraps, if only the tremor of lust was all Catherine felt, it would be easy then. As for Michael's infamous weekly meetings at St. Teresa's Church, he says they are surreal private sermons about the commandments of marriage. But not just marriage. Marriage and sex. Michael would smooth his suspiciously rumpled shirt, take his wife's hand, and make promises to this holy man. Father, fix us. Promises Michael Riley at times believed he could honor. Quit loving him, Catherine. Look at what is happening to you, Catherine reprimands herself, crouching behind a cluster of Japanese plum yew in front of Michael's sprawling house, your heart slamming, pleading to God you won't be seen, just aching to observe his fragile night-gowned wife watering the spider plants on their veranda. By watching, hoping to feel close to this woman who whispers to Michael every night, who comforts him when he is sick, who forgives him when he is late. There she is. You can see her clearly now, can't you, Catherine? She is collecting Michael's mail, and her bony finger is flourishing the fat, shiny gold ring he bought her for her years ago, its sheen glowing in the morning sun. A decent, intelligent girl shouldn't want to grab those delicate hands and break into sobs, wailing, Priya, your husband is in love with me. But you want to, desperately. And you know it has to end. So that's the end of chapter 1. I think I set it up pretty well in terms of seeing the conflict. It's mostly between Catherine and herself, her morality, her ethics, her guilt, her conscience, and the obsession she has with Michael. And unfortunately, the obsession she has with Michael's wife. And so, yes, there is drama to come, and I will read the next chapter in the next video. Okay, so just a little video to encourage you all to pursue your creative passions. It's an amazing kind of release. It can be frustrating at times, but at the end, you'll feel happy that you kind of expressed that side of yourself. And who knows what will come of it, right? You may sell that song or sell that book, or have an art exhibit, or dance in the theater. Just keep going and take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.